module. This is our new module. What is this? This is amplifier TPA 3110 amplifier. What kind of amplifier? Class D. So what is Class D amplifier? It converts the analog audio wave into PWM, and then after amplifying, it will convert back to these digital pulses into, or this PWM into analog waveform to the speaker. So that is Class D amplifier, this one. Getting a small portion of analog waveform and then converts it into PWM. In here we have the heatsink, of course, to suppress heat, and then surrounded by lots of capacitor, diode, capacitor, and then coil, inductor. What is the use of capacitor, inductor? So it serves as low pass filter to avoid to prevent electromagnetic interference or radio frequency interference. So it also acts as a filter to the circuit or to the board, converting back into analog wave or signal from digital to analog. And then we have here the output. The left should be L, left, right, R minus, R plus, right, R left minus, left, right. So this is stereo. We have two channels, dual. And what is the per channel? 30 watts by 30 watts, but we can that's a commercial wattage, but the true RMS power is 15 watts per channel. Using what speaker we're going to use? We're going to use two speaker, and then this is the output audio source, and then we have the power. What power we're going to use? We're going to use adjustable power supply, 12 volts at 3 ampere. So we're going to adjust the supply to 3 ampere. And then for our audio source, left and right, and then common, we're going to use this. This is a tablet. Okay, tablet. Alexa, where are you?
Hello, I'm right here.
So this is Alexa. Alexa, are you beautiful?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So this is the audio source. We're playing the music here, or a voice or music, and the output, we're going to use this 3.5 millimeter audio cable. We have the tip for the left channel, and then right, or the ring, this in the middle ring for the right channel, and then this sleeve for the common. So we're going to connect it. We're going to have a connector here. For this, we're going to put the jack here into the audio source, then here, that is the audio input. And then for the supply, we have 12 volts, 3 ampere for adjustable. And then for the speaker, what speaker we're going to use? This is 4 ohms, 15 watts. LG Electronics speaker. Okay, 15 watts, 4 ohms. We're going to use two pieces or two two speaker, 4 ohms, 50 watts. Okay? Because we're using a stereo. This is a stereo channel. So we're going to attach a wire here to the speaker. Then this one is for the audio source. Here, our Alexa, where are you?
Hello, I'm right here.
Oh, Alexa is there. And then for the supply, the adjustable power supply. Let us solder the speaker and equip the other components. We now have our amplifier. Connected is the, instead of 12 volts, we are using 16 volts, 16.07 volts. And the current limit is 3 ampere. So I set the adjustable power supply into 3 ampere current limit. And then, what is this 0.038 ampere? That is quiescent current. When there is no signal, it consumes 38 milliampere. 0.038 ampere or 38 milliampere or 0.6 watt without signal. So, we connected the speaker to the amplifier, left and right, and then the supply, 16 volts here. And then, I'm using a new this audio cable because the last cable I'm using is not working. So, I replace it with this new audio cable. And we're going to monitor the current consumed by the amplifier. Let us now connect this to the tablet. Direct connection. Then we're going to play Tagalog Electronics. Let us test. Play.
Every day I choose
Again. We have the volume here. Let us so the volume is at 100%. 100% volume. Let us play motion sensor. Again. Let's play it again. Play. Around 50 milliampere. This is motion sensor. It is HC SR501 motion sensor. So we have here the lens, and then this is the main sensor, pyroelectric sensor. It detects the motion. So we have 3 pins, DCC, out. So we're not achieving a 1 ampere of current here, just 0.50, 0.05 ampere. Even the voltage is 16 volts. Now I change my power to 20 volts, 20.25 volts. And the quiescent current is 0.045 ampere, or consuming 0.911 watt. So we can adjust the voltage supply. It is at 3 ampere. Let us again play the same music. Motion sensor. The volume is at 100%. This is motion sensor. It is HC SR501 motion sensor. So we have here the lens, and then this is the main sensor, pyroelectric sensor. It detects the motion. So we have 3 pins, DCC, out, and then ground. The out here is 3 volts out. So that is at 20 volts. Are we going to go increase a voltage again? I think it's not safe to increase more voltage for this board. We now have a new speaker. This is 6 ohms 10 watts. 6 ohms 10 watts speaker. Samsung, from Samsung TV. Box type. We have the left and the right channel, or whatever it is. Left and right channel, box type, old Samsung TV speaker. And we're going to use again a 20.08 volt supply. So quiescent current with no signal yet is 44 milliampere or 0.044 ampere. And then we're going to use again our Alexa. Where are you? Let us full volume. Alexa, where are you?
Hello, I'm right here.
So you can see the sound is clearer than the 15 watts speaker. 15 watts, 4 ohms. These two Each speaker is 6 ohms, 10 watts. Alexa, who is Siri?
Siri is known for being Apple's voice assistant.
Okay. Let us use again our Tagalog Electronics motion sensor. Full volume.
My one and only pianos. Gusto mo?
This is motion sensor. It is HC SR501 motion sensor. So we have here the lens, and then this is the main sensor, pyroelectric sensor. It detects the motion. So we have 3 pins. So the audio is clear using 6 ohms, 10 watts. SMD components here, resistor, capacitor, and then the voltage regulator, electrolytic capacitor, and then that is our amplifier, 20 volts, 6 ohms, 10 watt speaker, direct connection to the Alexa. How are you?
Great. Thanks for asking.
Alexa, what is the weather here in Pitogo, Quezon Province?
Right now in Castillo, it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has lots of clouds and thunderstorms, with a high of 94 degrees and a low of 77 degrees.
Alexa, goodbye.
Bye for now.
This is now our circuit diagram. In figure 1, we have the audio amplifier using TPA 3110. So this is the TPA 3110. Output to speaker, left and right. Left channel minus plus, right channel minus plus. Speaker 1, speaker 2. We have stereo. We are, this is stereo TPA 3110 amplifier. And then, for the audio source, we have the tablet Alexa. And this one is left, common, right. That is a stereo cable for the Alexa, and then the TPA 3110. For the supply, we have 20 volts, ground and BCC. So, we're using a high voltage, 20 volts. And it is around 3 ampere. But in our testing, we're not achieving at least 1 ampere. Okay? But here, the supply can able to handle 3 ampere, 20 volts. That is current limit. I set the current limit to 3 ampere. But in our testing, we did not achieve this 3 ampere. So here, what is the TPA 3110? It is class D. Class D. Class D amplifier. What is class D? So here in our tablet Alexa, our audio wave is an analog, small analog, from the output of the tablet to the input of the 3110. That is analog because we are playing a music, small analog. or sine wave. And then it will pass through the TPA3110, processing it into PWM. So strain of pulses. The wider the gap, the high signal we have, and the smaller wave is the means a low signal. So this is PWM. It converts the analog, which is this wave, into digital, high frequency digital train of pulses, on off, on off, on off, just like a square wave or something looks like this. Okay, and then with the use of this, it then amplifying the train of pulses into a big trend pulses, and then converting it back to big analog sine wave. And then once it's already a sine wave, a big analog waveform, or just like this one, analog audio out, it will now going to the speaker, and we will hear a nice clear audio into the output. So small waveform audio wave converted into the train of pulses, or we call that PWM, pulse width modulation, converting the analog to digital, on off, or PWM, pulse width modulation, or rectangular wave, and then amplified by this amplifier. This big it becomes big pulses, and then convert it into a big analog, because our voice is an analog, or something looks like this sine wave, composed of many sine waves. Once we speak, our voice ranging from up to 20 kilohertz audible sound, up to 20 kilohertz. So that's why it becomes we can hear now this analog waveform here. A clear sound becomes now an analog or a sine wave form. From small sine wave form, converted it into the PWM by the TPA, because this is class D, and then converted this on off, or this PWM, into a big sine wave, analog wave. Then output to the speaker, left and right. Now we can hear the sound as a clear sound output, because the sound that is good, we can hear an analog sound wave, or this clear output. So that is our class D amplifier, TPA 3110. And the speaker we use is first attempt is 15 watts 4 ohms at what voltage? 16 volts. But the audio is not the audio is weak. So second attempt, we have 15 watts of speaker and then 4 ohms, but the supply is 20 volts. Still, the audio is weak, or we cannot, the audio is clear but it is weak. So the third attempt, for the third time, we are using now a different speaker, and that is 6 ohms 10 watts with 20 volts of power or voltage. So this is the speaker from TV Samsung. So So we're using this speaker, and then the output, we can now hear the sound clear. The sound is clear. And our volume is 100%. It did not distort. 100% volume using the tablet. Direct connection with the cable through the amplifier. And then why is it we have a lot of coils here and capacitor and coil that is responsible for converting this PWM into analog waveform for the speaker. Also as it acts to prevent electromagnetic interference. That's why in our board we have a lot of capacitor and coil on board this EPA 3110. That is our amplifier using audio amplifier using TPA 3110. It works on 6 ohms 10 watts speaker left and right at a voltage supply of 20 volts.